Hello gamers. This is not a video I was expecting to make this soon. I have had this idea floating around in my head of drawing one of my OCs, which if you've followed my channel for a while, you know my art style is very cartoony. It has not very realistic, like the opposite of realistic, basically. Um, but basically, Lavender Town has been drawing like every year, so she like tries to draw one of her OCs realistic, and I've kind of wanted to do that. Um, I don't know if I'll make it a yearly thing. I don't know if it'll be more or less than that. Um, like she draws the same OC like every year, but I don't want to do that. I know it would be like easier if I just drew the same OC every year to see if I can draw realism better, but you know, like I would like to like draw a bunch of my OCs in a realistic style, you know? But yeah. This I really was not expecting to do this so early, and I don't even have a script for this. Um, but like I was like pondering it like literally like yesterday. It's the 27th. It's a Monday. Literally yesterday I was like thinking about this potential video idea, and the advice I've heard on this one YouTuber's channel, like the advice I've heard floating around for like making realistic portraits if you're like someone that doesn't normally do that, to like combine references, like get a reference specifically for the eyes, for the mouth, for the pose, etc. So I was kind of just compiling references on my Pinterest for how I want my OC Satan to look like, who, if you don't know, is like my main guy, my favorite character to draw. I love that guy. I'm very normal about him. So I was just compiling references and stuff. And I also kind of did a bit of practice in my sketchbook. I tried to draw a realistic eye and a realistic nose for fun, but I didn't follow any tutorials. I just I don't know, try to copy what I see and mimic what little I do remember from like 8th grade art honors. And then I drew realistic lips with my highlighter. They didn't turn out very good. But yeah. Then I was like in the car going to my aunt's house, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just bang out this Satan drawing. Why not? Um, so like I was trying to combine like this one reference of like this, like I think I'd saved a reference originally for what was it for? Yeah, I had a reference for the face shape, but I just figured uh to just like take that reference for the face shape and just make it also like the reference for the pose in general, and trying to copy like the shadows from that. And then I was also just kind of looking at other references, like, you know, for the eyebrows, for the expression. Although honestly, I kept mostly just coming back to that one pose reference. Okay, I want to talk about the nose, because that was like probably the hardest part. It's like Satan, I always imagine him with like a vaguely wider nose, but I can never put it into words, like what kind of nose I'm imagining. But like I feel like Rihanna's nose is kind of what I'm going for, but it's not 100%. But like Rihanna's nose is like kind of a good like vague, like this is kind of what I imagine his nose to look like. So I was like looking at a reference of her nose from like the side, right? And then also I was also looking at my pose reference, which like had a nose like in a different angle. So I'm like trying to combine those two angles, but it looks silly. And like if we're going off of like the pose reference, like it should have been like you should have only really saw the right nostril, not really the left. But like I'm like trying to, like, okay, it shouldn't be too hard in theory. But the problem is I literally never draw like noses that are more realistic. I draw them as shapes, and they're just supposed to kind of mimic what a nose looks like, but not really, you know? So, like, I'm very out of practice with noses that are realistic in general. So, of course, I was gonna struggle. Um, the eye, it looks okay. I think it just looks like, I think from far away it's fine, but then you look up close and it just looks weird. Like, I think, like, no, like, I was also struggling because with my pose reference, like, you're not seeing part of the eye, and also she has, like, eyeliner. So in the future, any pose references, I will not, it will be someone who has little to no makeup. Um, and then also, like, the nose, again, like, it covers part of the eye, like, hard. And also the shape turned out weird because, like, I was taught in my art class that, like, it has like the little, like, rounded thing, except I, like, that's not white, that's pink, but I forgot to make it pink anyway. So it's like, what am I doing? Um and then also, I don't think eyes also have, like, they have a bit of reflections in them too. It's not just that, but I didn't even draw the reflections either. So, like, what the hell? Eyebrow, it's fine. I mean, I probably should have, like, done more shading to make it match the rest of it. I think the expression is also just fine. I could have done better. Like, I like the eyebrows and, like, the detailings there, but, like, the mouth is, like, it's at a weird angle. It's like you wouldn't see it because the mouth looks like it's looking like straight on, but, like, in the reference, it's more like you see, like, more the right side of the mouth, I guess. And also the gums. I wasn't sure, like, it looked weird while I was drawing it, but I couldn't figure out why. Like, even with the shading, that didn't really help all that much. And yeah, someone said they're too dark, and I have to agree. Um, and then the hair, uh, I mean, I don't know if I like it or not, to be honest. Like, I hear, like, when you're drawing realistic hair, you don't want to draw every single strand. Like, if you try to do that in a more, like, simplistic style, it's not gonna, it's most of the time it's not gonna look great. Like, you have to simplify it. You draw, like, planes and then, like, add in shading so it looks like you can see individual strands, but not really. Like, that's kind of what I was going for. But also, like, like, I was kind of at, like, like, Satan, is, like, very goth. Yeah, well, not very goth, but he is goth. Um, I was, like, going, like, I did save, like, references for, like, T's goth hair, like, although I didn't really end up putting that into practice very much, because, like, his hair is actually pretty flat. It's just very long. Um, and, like, I didn't know how to get a reference for this, but I think, um, it still looks not realistic and more like artificial. Like, I think, like, the straight strands do kind of help, but I probably could have, like, erased a bit too, because, like, it is kind of, like, semi, like, see-through. Like, it's not just, like, a hard object. It's like a, like, hair is like individual little strands, basically. So, like, there is a bit of a see-through element. So, like, I probably could have done that. Um, and then, like, I think, like, the hairband, it also looks off, but I wasn't focusing on that very much. And the horns also look kind of weird too. I probably could have put more detail. I probably could have looked up a reference too, but I didn't. I was more focused on everything else. And the hoodie also looks fine too, I guess. Nothing much to say there. Um, but yeah, obviously I don't draw enough realism, like, period. I I have been trying to incorporate more, like, figure studies into my art and my schedule, like, at least once a week, but I probably should do more, and I probably could study more realism more. Um, but, for someone that never draws realism, and this is, like, my first time doing realism digitally in color, by the way, I do think this was actually, like, pretty good. like, obviously, there's a lot of, like, things going wrong here and a lot of things I could do better next time, but, like, this is my first time doing, like, digital art that's realistic or intended to be realistic, at least, you know? So, good first try. Um, I would like to do this again with another OC. We'll see if I get excited and randomly just decide to bang out another one of these portraits. I didn't expect this video recording to take like only 5 minutes, but I hope you enjoyed this like quick little video. Again, I seem to be making a lot of these quick videos, but hopefully this like buys me a lot of time so I can spend more time, or I don't have to worry about like trying to get through the harder and the longer videos, you know? Gotta balance things out. You gotta, if I want to post longer stuff, I also gotta squeeze in the short stuff. So, you know. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know your thoughts on this drawing, and things I could do for next time. And also let me know, what character do you want me to try to draw realistic next? Let me know. I'd really like to know, because like right now it's probably gonna be Arya, but I don't know if people want to see someone else. But, you know, I'll keep that in mind. Anyway, that's it. Bye!